LA, babe. Welcome to Los Angeles.
It's
Welcome
Los
to Los
Angeles.
Angeles.
Welcome
The
to California.
city of
Welcome to
angels.
California.
Oh my God, Mariah, your video of you doing that is the best.
Oh, Staten Island Mom. Thank you.
Really good.
You ready to hush up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we could start
So we
there.
can
I
start?
like that compliment. We could start there.
We can start with a compliment.
The
It could
one
be
good
about
thing
me.
sent.
I don't know.
Zane, you look so like sick to your stomach right
Yeah,
now.
Dude, I've been so nervous every day.
Why?
Every day I wake up, I'm just like I'm sick to my stomach. I don't know why.
You should just see a doctor. Like,
Oh my God, I think you're pregnant. Have you been
Is
throwing
it-
up? Are you craving food?
No, yes.
Well,
I'm craving
just so
food, but I'm not
basic.
throwing
Are
up.
you hungry? Oh my
all
God.
the
Symptoms.
time? Wait, if I'm hungry all the time, what
Like
does that mean?
3 times a day.
WebMD.
Wait.
You have cancer. Everything is just cancer
Everything
with WebMD.
WebMD.
You guys haven't been feeling like that at all, like throughout.
I've just
like,
felt
especially
extra
these past
stressed,
2
just
weeks.
stressed.
I feel good.
I felt
Really?
overwhelmed
No,
and
I've been
stressed.
stressed out of my
Yeah,
mind.
I go. Since when?
Like,
Dude, you literally cried to me last night. What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie. There's been a couple times in the past 2 weeks where I just let it all out
Yeah?
and just cry. Oh
Yo,
yeah.
for real?
Oh yeah.
You
I
know what
let
I
it
thought
all
about the other
out.
day? I've never seen you cry. I've seen almost every single one of the friends cry except for you.
Because nothing nothing makes me cry. But like lately, I feel like I'm pregnant. Like I'm
That's
just
so
constantly
funny.
emotional.
Like,
Lately, I
I
feel
never see you emotional. I even asked Kenny the other day. I was like, "Do you think Zane's happy right now?" And he's like, "I don't know. I don't really see emotion."
I don't even think Zane knows.
I just have like resting dick face all the time. You can never see like how I'm feeling. Ever.
Resting dick
Dick
face.
face.
resting dick face. Yeah.
Kenny,
It's just like this.
Kenny, I'm listening.
Kenny, resting dick
Now-
face
now
for you is
show me
completely
what it is.
different.
Yeah, it's
Resting
true.
dick face.
Resting dick face is different for a gay man.
But yeah, we'll talk about it more. You know, let's
We'll
get
dive into
emotional in this one.
I'm down to cry.
Can we?
It is,
Can we?
And you're like sitting here like this, holding your stuff. Like,
There's
let's
a tear
talk.
coming out of my eye already.
all right, give him a second. You got 2 minutes.
Okay, I'm good. Let's get started
Okay.
before I cry.
All right.
It's coffee time, baby.
Sorry you had to see those dance moves.
Well, I did it for a reason. I was entertaining somebody. But welcome back to Zane and
Oh.
welcome back to Zane and Heath Unfiltered. I'm your host Zane.
Tearjerker.
Zane.
And I'm your other host, Heath. We're joined by the lovely Kenny and Mariah.
So let's get right to it. We have a very, very
Again, fuck
Every
that.
time we get introduced, okay, let's get into it. We don't have much time.
Mariah knows not to even put the camera on them when they get introduced.
Ever.
just cut right through. Well, we have a very, very special guest this evening. This TikToker has over 100 million followers on all platforms, not just TikTok. She's not there yet. But on all platforms, I think that's like the most
She's more
important
than
thing
just a
about her.
TikToker, Zane.
It's just, just following.
She's also
Only thing that
a
matters.
very kind, one of the sweetest girls I've ever met on this platform.
I think it's
On
the
this
southern
platform.
drawl.
It is a
that,
southern comfort.
That hooks you in.
Yeah.
Rhymes with Madison Day.
Welcome, Addison
No,
Rae.
it's Allison Day.
Oh, Allison. Miriam.
Let's do it. Addison Rae!
Hooray!
Hi. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. It's Addison Rae.
You were saying you were a little nervous to be on this podcast. What other podcasts have you done? other than this one.
I've literally done my own and David's. So.
Okay. Well, you
We'll
have your
plug
own,
it
so-
in.
My own podcast, Mama Knows Best.
Already plugging. Oh, we're not even a minute and a half.
And that's how she has over 100 million. Constantly plugging.
Well,
How's your day going?
My day is good. What did I do today? I didn't really do. Yes, I did. I did a lot of stuff today.
I feel like she does more in one day than we do in a week.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
I had a live stream I had to do, and then I did
You're
a few
alive
videos
today?
I'm alive, but I'm dead.
I was on like a different. It was like on a brand's YouTube channel
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
Nice.
okay, cool.
with my brothers.
You know, just getting that cash, getting that coin, you know?
Okay.
Well, introduce yourself, Addison. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Addison Rae, and I do a lot of things.
How tall are you?
Very good.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Slate. Give us your slate.
What's
I'm
your
Addison
height?
Rae. I am 5'3". I say 5'4", so it gives me an inch. And I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana, and I live in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, I thought you were from Utah.
What?
See, literally the other day, like he.
Are you being serious? I'm from Louisiana. Utah's not in the South.
Louisiana.
No, yeah, we were going over questions.
You literally just said I'm a Southern girl.
I don't do the research Kenny does. I'm sorry.
You're wearing a Hey Y'all sweatshirt.
Do you literally know where the states are? I don't,
Yeah.
but do you?
We go over questions.
I
I
know-
go,
I
Zane,
know
do you want to
where
ask her
Louisiana is.
anything? He goes, yeah, we can ask her what life was like in Utah. I
were
go,
all
did
like-
she go to Utah?
I went to Utah for a vacation.
Well, how was it?
Close
Zane
enough.
wants to know.
Beautiful. It was beautiful, Zane. Thank you for asking. It was me and my
I've
mom.
been. It's really nice. I saw Yellow Snow.
Did you pee in it?
No, I played in it.
He ate
After
it.
somebody else
Both.
peed in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're a TikToker. You do a lot of different things like TikTok, and you are
That's all
now...
I have to offer. It's my only personality trait.
Well, no, I know that you're a good actress because I've seen it before. You've acted out a scene to me before, which I thought like when you at the moment I was like, oh, she's about to act out, and then you were really good. I was like, oh shit, you should do acting. That was really impressive.
Thank you.
And now you are because you are in a movie, which is so fucking exciting.
Yeah, congrats. That
Thank
is
you
incredible.
so much. I know it's crazy, but I feel like it's also scary because it's like, I mean, everyone knows how like people react about influencers being in like films
Yeah,
or
it's
like
always a
series.
negative annotation to it.
I think it's just
they're good
because,
enough.
but I get it. It's like you see someone's personality so much that you can't imagine them as a character, you know? Which I think is why a lot of actresses / actors don't put themselves out there as who they are because then it kind of takes away from like characters.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I never
That's
even thought of it
interesting.
like that.
Yeah, but that is what it is because that's why people can't believe it as well. But I feel like unless you're really good at it and like practice a lot, I mean, which I've been doing, you know, like I've been really taking it seriously
Yeah.
these past probably 10 months now.
Wow.
So, but I've done acting my entire life, which is why it's like weird for me to be able to say that because I'm like, I know I've done it. And people are
Right.
like, oh, she definitely can't act, and I'm like, no one even knows what I did in Louisiana
Right. People don't even
or
know.
Utah.
Yeah.
Have you been taking because I know like when you brought it up to us like a while back, which was like when you told us it was so fucking insane because I remember because Todd just showed me that movie for the first time like a couple days before you told us that and I was like, oh my god, like that movie was such like an iconic movie. I didn't know
Oh,
it
you
was an
haven't
iconic
seen
movie.
it?
No, I've never
Oh,
seen.
wow.
Say what the movie is real quick.
Yeah,
though.
the movie's called She's All That, right? Correct. She's All That
Yeah.
with Freddie Prinze Jr. and
Rachel Lee Cook.
Rachel Lee Cook, and yeah, it was like a big move. It was like ahead of its time. I think that's how they say that. Talk about that movie, right? And yeah, and they're doing a remake of the movie or a rendition of the movie.
Yeah.
And they're
It's
having
called
you star. in
He's
it.
All That.
He's all that.
Yeah.
That's
It's
so
really
fucking
exciting.
cool. But
My
yeah,
character's
so
name
cool.
is Paget.
Pageant.
Say
Paget.
Paget. So you can call me Page.
very LA name. What are the other names in that movie?
Cameron.
Oh, okay.
Did they specifically came to you and were like, we want you to fill this role? Like we envision you being this person.
No, it wasn't necessarily like that. I mean, I had to go through like a long process of it.
Okay,
It's
so
like
you
a-
like you
like the
auditioned
callback.
with other
I
people.
auditioned,
Oh,
yeah.
nice, incredible.
Auditioned.
Oh my
really
auditions. I
Intense
could never.
process.
So sick.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, was that your first audition, or like had you gone on auditions
No,
before? but
I've done
just-
like self tapes and in persons before that, and then that one was kind of like the one that got it. You know, the one that stuck.
Were you super nervous when you did the audition, or were you just like, oh, I'm gonna kill this?
No,
got
I
it.
think because I had done self tapes before that I didn't get, so I was like,
Right.
honestly, it's just like another one I'm not
of those.
getting.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
I feel like
I didn't
that's the best way
necessarily
to go
think
into it too. Just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm not gonna get it, so I might as well just.
Do my
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
How'd you feel when you got the call?
Well, I was actually like just had finished filming a podcast episode on Mom and His. I'm kidding.
Plug it again,
Plug it again.
She's good.
No, but I'd actually just finished filming one of my podcast episodes, and we were outside of the place we film, and I was like also having like a breakdown that day, which was really unfortunate. But like I was crying in the car, like about just like it was like a lot of stuff with like mental health, which like sucks. But it was just like I was really overwhelmed, really stressed, and then my agents were in the car too. And they're like, okay. I was like bawling my eyes out, and they're like, all right, we have to get on a call really quick. Can you get on it? And I'm like, I'm literally crying. What are you guys talking about? And they were like, no, we think we should get on it. And so I got on the call, and then I got told it by
Wow.
the producer.
And that's Hollywood, baby.
That's so cool.
and then I was like, oh my gosh. And then I started crying happy tears. And then after
Well,
that,
it was a mix of everything.
yeah. And then it kind of
That's
was the
so
moment.
exciting.
It was really exciting. Yeah.
In a year.
I know.
Like,
Actually,
we talk
insane.
about it all the time. We're like, a fucking year. Has it even been a full year since you like made your first TikTok?
October,
yeah.
right?
My first TikTok was made in July last year.
That's
Oh.
incredible.
Well, actually, that's when I downloaded the app, really, and then posted my first one. And then I hit 1 million followers last October. No, October 27th last year. I hit 1 million.
Jeez.
That's absolutely
Now, when you started
insane.
TikTok, did you like get
Thank
into
you.
it thinking like I want to do this professionally, like I want to make something out of this? Or were you
Professional TikToking.
No, but
I was
like,
just about to
Like, I think he means just entertainment.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
well, like as a profession.
So my entire life, I've like was in competitive dance, and I feel like anyone in competitive dance like grows
wanna
up wanting to
entertain.
perform and
Yeah.
entertain. Yeah. So it wasn't like a question for me. It was kind of just something I'd always had a passion for. And then in Louisiana, like realistically, Zane, are you okay? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Zane, pay attention.
He's
I'm
just
kidding.
slowly falling over.
He falls asleep. He's like, and now I fall asleep randomly all the time.
I was off camera, but the fact that you just talked to me and she's gonna put the camera
Now
on
I'm gonna
me,
put
I
the
was
camera
doing-
on.
Blow the spot.
Right? I'm just saying.
I need everyone to have coverage on this episode. No, but in Louisiana, it's like not really common for people to just be like, oh yeah, chase your dreams. Like it's very routine in the South. You know, it's like,
Yep.
you know, you kind of know.
Most people get like stuck.
Yeah, well, because it's
Like,
just
especially
it's,
in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
and not in
100%,
a bad way. It's just like, oh,
It's
you kind of
comfort.
grow up knowing
Yeah.
like this is comfortable, and like you know, you go to high school, you graduate, you find someone you love, and you marry them, then you go to college,
And then you have babies by 18.
yeah. Over there, it wasn't necessarily like anyone pushing me to do anything about it. Like, oh, you love to do this, like cool, dance
Yeah.
for your
Were
college
your
team or something.
parents helping you and like pushing you a lot to pursue your dreams?
Yeah, 100%. They
Yeah.
always have been supportive, but I think they didn't push me to do anything about it because I didn't necessarily have that like I've always had drive to do things and like intention, but I never like I also was in a relationship for a really long time and like for 5 years, like, you know, high school all
Right.
throughout.
Yeah.
And so like in that relationship, I was like, oh, I definitely don't want to move ever or leave, you know, and not
Right.
be with this person because I kind of thought like, oh, in Louisiana, you know, you find the one you want to be with and then you stay with them and then you kind of stay
There's
where
nothing
they are.
else. Like life doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Around
So
that level.
that's
Yeah.
kind of how I thought. And so they never like pushed me outside of that because I didn't want to be pushed outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
But then once I did go to college, I went to study sports broadcasting journalism, which was kind of going to be like for me in my brain, it was like, this is my way to like get into like entertainment, you know, without having people being like, okay, that's unrealistic. You're not going to go to LA and you're not going to be a movie star. You're not going to do that, you know?
But you had the intention or hope of
Yeah, I
getting
had
after
that kind of
right.
like other like my mindset was also thinking like, okay, this is going to be the way I do it, you know,
Yeah.
because if I can't do it by going to LA and making it, then I got to do something about it
Start
here because I
somewhere,
love this. Yeah. And then I went there for a few months. I was there for like 3 months in college, and I realized I was really bad at, I wasn't bad at writing papers, but it was just taking a lot of time. And I didn't want to spend my time writing papers. I wanted to do the talking. And so I went to my like counselor's office and I was like, so can I get the papers to switch to pre-dental? Which was like,
Oh,
obviously,
interesting.
I know,
job. That's a big
completely
job,
opposite.
right?
Pre-dental.
Right? So and then literally, I think 2 weeks later, I went to LA for the first time. And then I was like, all right, I want to move there. And then in November, I was like, hey, mom and dad, I literally have to move. And I had just hit 1 million that following like few weeks.
What did you go to LA for though that first time? Was it because of like TikTok? Or
Yeah,
anything?
because Famous Birthdays had like messaged me and was like, let's do an interview. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm like next door.
There's no. They're
I
normally
literally
the
booked
first,
a trip.
I'm
they're
down the
normally
block.
first
I'm
brand
on my
that
way
hit
to
up.
get you.
That
Yeah.
hits
It's the only
people up.
person that sent a happy birthday to Zane on Twitter.
and then deleted it.
No,
there's more to it. Yeah.
I had 2 verified birthday posts from verified accounts, and one of them was Famous Birthdays, and the other one was this other article, and they deleted it after 10 minutes.
We got no
Aw,
traction.
They didn't get that retweet. They were like, pull it. Pull it.
Pull the plug.
Yeah,
pull the
you
plug.
definitely need to say it's your birthday when it comes to like social media, like you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta play it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
it's
like
true.
this year. I just didn't care. Really. I was just like,
I didn't really
So would
either.
you
I
say
feel
they
like it
gave
was a
you
weird
like your
time.
big break and inspired you to come out here?
I wouldn't say like big break or anything, but I would say like it definitely was like my excuse to get out to LA
Yeah.
like ASAP, you know?
Yeah.
And then I did that. I came here
Did you like it?
and the Famous Birthdays?
No, LA.
Yeah, I loved it. I mean, I came here one other time before that trip, and it was when I was 16, and I like begged my mom to take me here with my cousin and my best friend, and I was like, please, for my 16th birthday, that's all I want is to come to
Probably
LA.
took a picture like this.
So we did. Oh,
Ooh,
100%,
LA.
like
it's
30.
so exciting because you're coming from like not to say nothing, but you're coming from something that's completely different from like what you grew up
You
in.
went from
And
LA to LA.
LA to LA.
Yeah.
and
Do you miss Louisiana?
I get asked that a lot, and I feel like the answer is always no.
Okay.
Not because of anything specifically. Like I love my family that is all there because most of them are in Louisiana and Texas. But from like a home like standpoint, no, because I don't really have a sense of home, which is like so sad to say. But
Yeah,
like I
that is
really
really
don't.
sad.
I've like moved to so many places.
yeah.
While like throughout my childhood that I like don't have a sense of like, oh, if you could go back home, I'm like, where is that? You know, like
Oh,
what
interesting.
exactly is that?
Yeah.
Do you
Because
know where you started? Like where?
yeah, I was born in Lafayette, and then after 5th grade, so like I mean, you can't really remember that much from that time. So it's like
Yeah.
I wouldn't go back to like be around people that I was with until I was in 5th grade. And then in 6th grade, I went to Houston and I lived there for 3 years. And then I moved to North Louisiana, which is a completely different place. And then I lived there for high school. And then I moved to Baton Rouge for college. I just hit my face on the mic.
That's
She a
crazy.
wanderer. Okay.
Yeah. And
Little
then I moved
nomad.
here. So it's like I've just all like the important parts of your life, I was like living somewhere else. So it's like
Yeah.
middle school, high
Do you
school,
even
elementary.
have
different
like
places.
any hometown like friend, like best friends, like for like?
Yeah, I have 2.
You do? Okay. I know we're already past the whole like you shooting this movie, but I want to know a little bit more. Like, how is it like filming? Like, do you like it? Is it
Yeah.
something you can do after this movie? Like,
Yeah,
continue
no,
to do?
totally. It's insane. The feeling is crazy. I thought I was gonna be extremely nervous my first day. I posted a TikTok on my first day on set though.
Yeah?
Yeah, in my trailer. And I don't know, it was like not as scary as I thought it was. But I think because I had kind of done like work on other, like I did a Nickelodeon show and things like that, and like I was on one, and then I did like something for reality and things like that. So I feel like I kind of knew what it was like to have a camera like that around me, but it is completely different than like YouTube and stuff, right? Because you're talking
Yeah.
to the camera.
Yeah.
And so like being aware of the camera and knowing where it is, but like never looking at it was like kind of something I was scared about.
Yeah,
It's also
I can see
different
that being
seeing like
so weird.
everybody around you, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's
the
like,
entire like
yeah,
crew.
Yeah, it's really crazy, but I wasn't as nervous as I thought I was. And I think I did what I could, and I did my best. So.
Was everybody like really like everybody like the production crew, everybody like really sweet to you throughout the whole?
Yeah, they've all been
Okay.
really nice to me. Like super supportive and like always like affirming me when I deserve it. Like
Yeah.
they definitely aren't gracious with it, because I mean they're people that have done this forever, you know, they know
Yeah.
what's right and what's wrong. But the director's like really good to me about being like, hey, you know, try this, or like let's
Yeah.
do this, or like maybe change your intention here, you know.
Once you got the role, like, did your agency set you up with like an acting coach, or did you already have an acting coach to like run lines with?
Yeah,
or?
I had an acting coach, and I have had acting coaching throughout high school and middle school. But yeah, I mean, I definitely like switched it up and kind of like took it to the next level, because it was like, okay, it's serious, you know, it's like
Big
really
time.
serious
Right.
now.
Yeah.
So I was spending a lot of time on calls with like my acting coach and the director and just like the cast and like getting to know people. I was on like Zooms every day.
So what's it like with the the love interest in the movie? How's that going?
I mean, it's like not, I don't know. I guess I thought from an outside perspective always that it was like super weird, you know? Like I was always like,
That's what I
like
would
how
think
do they
too,
not
yeah.
like
Like
or do they fall in
uncomfortable and
love?
sh-
Yeah,
yeah.
do they fall in
Right.
real life? I mean, have y'all seen Cobra Kai on Netflix?
No.
No, the guy that plays my opposite, he's like
Oh,
one of the
cool.
characters on that.
Oh, okay.
I've heard it's really good.
Did you
I
watch?
haven't seen
Did
it
you
yet.
watch it so you could
No,
see
I didn't.
like
I
how
did
he-
look at his scene, like a few of his scenes up, because I was like curious. But I also like did chemistry reads with him over Zoom and stuff. But also Zoom is completely different than like
Right.
real
Yeah.
life.
Oh,
you know?
that is weird. So
Because
you
we were
had
doing
no
everything on
in-person, like,
Zoom. Yeah.
reads.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
No,
'cause
it's
normally-
so much harder.
Yeah,
It is,
normally
'cause
you
you
do like a
can't really
table
tell,
read,
yeah.
but there
You can't. We
yeah,
did
you
like a
can't
table
now.
read on Zoom.
Wow.
Oh, weird.
Fuck.
So cool.
Yeah, voiceover is doing the same thing too. Normally
Yeah.
they would read in person, but they can't now. So it's like
I totally get it, but like, I feel like that's essential to make a movie, to like be
Have
in,
physical like in
'cause you're-
person
'cause-
chemistry.
Not if you're really good, right?
because you guys don't have to be like on top of each other. You could be 6 feet apart, like with your masks on, doing the reads. I just feel like that would be a better like
Yeah.
way to practice.
It's
than
also
over
like,
a Zoom call.
but the mask, like it's also like your full face. Like I think it's better to see the full face and have that emotion in your
Yeah.
face than to have the
Yeah.
mask on.
Got
I
it.
agree,
Okay,
because
that makes
also
sense.
too, it's like you're not on like set, nothing. Like, you're literally sitting at a table for a table read. It's not,
Yeah.
you're not doing any sort of body language, anything. So honestly, for Zoom, I mean, it might be better.
It's
not
the
to do it
best
in
bet,
person.
yeah, but that's
I'm also weird too.
insane.
Like to me, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna perform much worse on Zoom than if I just do it in fucking person. But, I mean,
But that's just Zane.
that's just me.
That's
Though.
just
And I'm
me.
not a fucking actor, so I don't know what I'm saying. Before we continue, our first sponsor is brought to you by The Flight Attendant, a brand new show that is on HBO Max.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to wake up next to a dead body and have no idea what happened?
No, but I do know what it's like to wake up and have no idea what happened. the
Baby,
night
that's a
before.
typical everyday for us. Dead body is not involved though. That I don't know how I would react.
Well, you're going to know what it's like after watching the show from the co-creator of You, which is an amazing show, by the way, and based on the novel of the same name by the New York Times bestselling author Chris Bojalian. The Flight Attendant stars Kaylee Cuoco as Cassie Bowden, a flight attendant who wakes up in the wrong hotel in the wrong bed with a dead man and no idea what happened.
It's super crazy because Zane and I actually watched this last night, and it's weird seeing Kaylee in like a serious kind of darker role. Like I'm used to like Big Bang Theory, and like that's all I've known her like as. So it's so weird. Like I feel like this is like another huge step for her. So it was like cool to see her like be a completely different person.
Yeah, because that's all you see her as. But seeing her in this light is completely brand new, and it's crazy watching.
So make sure to check out the trailer. You will not be disappointed. It's sexy, it's dark, it's funny, it's intense, all at the same time. Also, baby, it's got a very cool version of Toxic by Britney Spears. Kenny, I know you're a big fan.
The Flight Attendant starts streaming only on HBO Max on Thanksgiving Day, which is November 26th. This is the perfect show to binge watch with your family or significant other when you're stuck at home this Thanksgiving break, while you're all lounging around in your sweatpants, doing nothing after eating way too much Thanksgiving food. It's the best thing to watch.
Baby, startle the food right back out your stomach, baby.
Because it's so thrilling, baby. It comes right out.
And after you're all settled down from watching The Flight Attendant, there's a ton of other shows on HBO Max that you could check out, like Euphoria. There's a special out in December, Pretty Little Liars, The Gossip Girl reboot coming out next year, and much more.
Oh my God, all those shows.
I know,
good.
yeah.
Dude, Euphoria is so good, but it's not about Euphoria. It's about The Flight Attendant. But HBO literally makes all the best shows. It's just hands down
I
best
will
network.
100% agree with that. HBO Max is like literally a step above when it comes to series.
Yeah. And I can name you 20 other shows, but baby, it is not about that.
Baby, it is about The Flight Attendant, and make sure to check it out because it is incredible also.
All right, guys, so make sure to sign up for HBO Max today to watch The Flight Attendant at hbom.ax/Zane and Heath. Guys, again, it's hbom.ax/Zane and Heath, all lowercase.
That's right, and thank you HBO Max and The Flight Attendant for sponsoring this episode. We really appreciate it.
You guys are lovely, and we love you so much.
And you guys will appreciate it as well.
It's exciting.
We also want to give a big thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this episode.
Get fresh, pre-measured ingredients and mouth-watering seasonal recipes delivered right to your door with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh lets you skip those trips to the grocery store and makes home cooking easy and affordable.
You guys know how much Zane and I love HelloFresh. We've been using it for literally the past year and a half. It is absolutely incredible. It just makes cooking at home just fun, and you get to try new recipes that you never would without having the service. We actually just cooked it was a chicken bowl with sweet potatoes the other day, and I'm gonna put a little picture of it right here just to show you guys. It looks like we cooked like a 5-star meal, and it tasted like it was a 5-star meal.
Obviously, HelloFresh offers convenient, no-contact delivery to your doorstep to easy home cooking with the family. And the recipes are really easy to follow with simple steps and pictures that guide you along the way.
There's also something for everybody, whether you're in a rush. They have a 20-minute meal section that you can choose from, vegetarian, kid-approved recipes, and also low-calorie. Like my baby Zane and I, we are trying to watch our weight.
Exactly, baby. Over 90% of ingredients are sourced directly from growers to ensure peak flavor and ripeness.
And something new that I just found out is that HelloFresh is the first global carbon neutral meal kit company.
And you can keep your fridge stocked by adding extra meals or additional proteins, quick meals like breakfast on the go, or their 10-minute lunches, and even desserts to satisfy the sweet tooth.
Ooh, he needs his sweet tooth satisfied right now, baby. He's a little dry.
To satisfy the sweet tooth, baby. I'm salivating. That's what I just wanted in my mouth. Also, HelloFresh is committed to donating to people in need. So far in 2020, they have donated 3.5 million meals.
So guys, if you want to try it out, cook something for your family, your friends, or your loved one, whatever it is, or if you just want to show off your own skills in the kitchen, baby, go to HelloFresh.com/unfiltered90 and use code unfiltered90, and you're going to get $90 off, including free shipping.
Again, go to HelloFresh.com/unfiltered90 and use code unfiltered90 to get $90 off, including free shipping. Guys, that's $90
that is
off
a
your
lot
order.
of food.
Come on.
For free, baby. Get it.
Just do it. Heath and I have been in front of the camera before, and
it doesn't go well.
It does not go well.
It's awful. You don't want to see that.
But if you do, turn into Cloud or Bangs.
Hey, I think we actually did a pretty good job on that.
Cloud
you
Bangs,
did
that
that.
was
Yeah,
easy.
you
guys
did.
are good.
When
I
I'm
don't know what
comfortable
you're
with the people
talking
around me, I feel like I'm much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Bryce ever get a little jelly of your love interest in the movie?
I've heard some people do. Some actors on set.
I mean, no. It's like it's a job. Like, it's work. So, and it's like if I'm like passionate about something, I feel like if I'm surrounded by people that are just gonna get jealous about the things I'm passionate about or like want to do, I feel like I shouldn't really have them around me.
Other
that's
bitch.
true.
Oh, right.
You guys doing good? Are you guys like a little, just a little fling, a little?
When is it gonna be official?
I don't know. Why don't you tune into my YouTube?
Plug it, babe. Yeah.
Plug
Jane, we
that,
gotta
yeah,
start
next
doing
one.
this.
I know this is good. None of our guests have done this shit yet.
Well,
This
we
is
just
fucking
don't have
fun.
anything to answer those questions. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
We couldn't even be like, make sure to check out the video tomorrow because we don't have a video tomorrow.
we don't have a video.
we don't have a video.
We don't have shit
That's so
tomorrow.
funny.
Yeah, no, it's cool to see it because like you guys seemed like you were a thing for a while and then it like stopped and then now seeing all the Halloween videos and stuff, getting a little,
They were
touchy feely.
They were hot. They were hot.
It was
I'm not
hot.
gonna lie.
Yeah, that was an interesting time.
Well, I mean, like back in September, I feel like you were kind of saying that things were just really confusing between you two. Would you at least say that like now you kind of know what you are, where you're headed, or like it's a little bit more definitive than
Yeah,
it was back then?
everything makes sense now. Like I'm not like feeling confused, which I feel like that's the worst feeling to have about anything. You know, is when you're confused about it. It's like usually not the right thing because it's like why is it even confusing you in the first place? If you're not sure about it. But like now, I definitely feel like we've gotten to the point where we can talk about like what kind of direction everything is and like where we are and like what we're doing separately and I don't know, I feel like it's definitely more clear.
I think it's important too when you're like, because you've been talking about how busy you are. It's like communication is so important.
No, I
when
agree,
when you guys
100%.
aren't physically seeing each other a lot. It's like you have to keep at least like a line of communication to keep it like on the same page.
I feel like in the beginning too, it can get so confusing. But like once you set boundaries and you guys like just respect each other's like space and know like what's,
Exactly.
Especially if you're working a lot, it's like one less thing to worry about.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
work is work. at the
And
end
I
of
think
the
so
day.
too, like around the time when I was like so stressed out about everything and like very confused, it was because I was also like that in my like personal life, like my own life, I was like, I don't know what I want to do or where I want to go or like what's the next thing for me or like what, like I was also just feel like spending my time like doing things that I wasn't sure of, like I was just like, what am I doing? Like there was no intention behind a lot of things I was doing at the time. So it was like coming in with that, it was just like a mess. Yeah.
So it's just another thing that you weren't sure about.
Yeah, it was
like, at
just
that
like, oh
point.
my God. Yeah, because I'm like, nothing I'm doing is I'm sure about. So who's to say I'm sure about this? Like, I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm sure about that because I'm not sure about these things that are important to me.
That's
you know?
a good point because I mean now I feel like there's so many concrete things that like you know what you're doing right now. Like you have Item Beauty, you have like the movie that you're filming now. Like I feel like so much has probably
Hired.
Yeah. Like so much has materialized. It's probably easier to like look at things in a way of like, okay, no, this is what I want. This is what I
Exactly.
don't want.
100%. And I feel like that cleared a lot of things up for me, like mentally.
It's good. You were tweeting some sad things yesterday.
Transition.
I was like transition. I'm
And
like
by the way,
Kenny, you know what? You did mention that the other day, and then I looked like just a few hours ago, and it was a sad face. I was like, oh wow, more sad tweets today. It's not just a few.
Can I not
are
be
you
sad?
happy or are you sad?
I'm happy. I am happy. I think there's moments when I'm sad, but I think that's
that's okay.
right.
And that's
yeah.
okay.
Supposed to be.
I think there
That's
should
fine.
be
If
moments
you were
when I'm
happy all the
sad.
time, that would be more stressful.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm like, is something going wrong? Is there's something that has to be coming up wrong? You're like, I feel like when you're too happy, then you're like overthinking that the fact that something wrong is gonna happen.
Right.
That's what I feel like. I felt like I was like a few years ago. I felt like I was always happy, and now it's just like it's all the
And
sadness
then
that I've missed
life
out
is starting
on.
to hit on you.
Yeah,
It's
all
catching
the
up.
It's
sadness
catching
that
up. Yeah.
It's just catching up to me, and now I'm just it's hitting me every day.
Yeah.
It's
What's
like-
been making you sad? What's like been the main root of?
I mean, I feel like I'm always like a happy person. Like I love to smile. I love to laugh. I just think for me, it's been like a little bit of stress is like the only thing that's making I'm not actually sad. It's just like stressed and like overwhelmed
You
sometimes.
probably feel really overwhelmed with all the workload you have going on right now. You probably don't have enough time to like obviously you're focusing on stuff that you like, which is like your work, but like actual like downtime to like do things that you enjoy as like a person and like
Yeah. I think it's dealing with like my mental health is like I don't have enough time for that sometimes,
Yeah.
I'm so busy with other things.
checking.
Balance
But
is
the
so
good thing
hard.
is like I love all the things I'm busy with, like, and I'm obsessed with them and they're amazing. And I couldn't imagine spending my time any other way. But it's like at the same time, it's like there are like, oh, I read the comments, or like, oh, I on my For You page I see duets, and I see this and I see that, and it's like upsetting and like hurtful.
Yeah. Just know that there's a lot on your table. Like there's a lot that I feel like that you're like you have going on right now. Like I feel like influencers throughout like 8 years altogether, I feel like has not gotten what you guys are getting in that short amount of time. Like
I agree. And it's insane to me.
yeah,
It's so crazy. And I think that's another part of it too, is like,
yeah.
there's not really that many people you can go to and like ask like, what do I do? What am I feeling? Because there's just, it hasn't been like this, really ever. Like,
Yeah. Oh, what was I gonna say? I lost my track of thought.
Oh.
and on to the next subject. I'm kidding.
Sorry, I lost my track of thought.
I'm gonna go
Sorry.
find your train of thought in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, here it goes.
There you go.
He
Yeah.
was waiting for me to lose my train of
I'm
thought.
like,
so you go.
stumble. Before we continue, we want to give a big thank you to our sponsor, Solitaire Grand Harvest.
Woo, we got a new ad, baby.
Thank you, Grand Harvest.
Guys, taking some time to yourself to relax and unwind is very important. A lot of us have different ways to like unravel ourselves.
Especially in these stressful times. There's so much going on. Sometimes you need to just take a step back from reality. Whoop, there goes gravity. Down yourself. Download some.
Some of us like to sit in the hot tub. Some of us like to nap. Some of
Yup.
us like to eat ice cream to distress. But
Everything you just named is stuff that you do.
well, one of my new favorite ways to distress is playing Solitaire Grand Harvest.
It's all your favorite things about Tri-Peak Solitaire wrapped in one of my favorite things, baby. It is a farm aesthetic, baby. Bring that Florida to the game.
So you can enjoy the relaxing sights and sounds of farm life while you level up your solitaire skills.
Baby, flip that card.
Very good. This is right up Pete's alley.
He said, I don't know if that was a good move.
Solitaire Grand Harvest is a super relaxing treat for the mind, full of fun and challenging levels you can play anywhere, anytime.
And if you play your cards right, you can earn an hourly bonus based on how many crops you grow.
Baby, the more you play, the more crops you can harvest and the more bonuses to collect.
It's solitaire like you've never seen, and most importantly, it's free to play.
And baby, you can have some friendly competitions while you're stuck at home.
Call it out, beat them. What I love most about it is that it's just like, it's competition, baby. Everybody wants to win.
Who doesn't love competition?
It's fun.
That's why we play. We like to compete. We like to compete on who's better on the spot, who's funnier.
Although he can't beat me though.
I know, but because I can't play solitaire good. He still has to teach me how to play it. I want to be a professional at this game, and that's why we're gonna have these sessions after. So we
That's
can teach
right,
me
and
how to
that's on
play.
me getting my hourly bonus.
So whether you're stuck at home or dreaming of the great outdoors, now you can have a fun farm style getaway right at your fingertips.
Download Solitaire Grand Harvest for free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play and Amazon.
Again, you can download Solitaire Grand Harvest for free at the Apple Store, Google Play, and Amazon.
That's right, baby. Thank you, Solitaire Grand Harvest, for sponsoring this episode. And baby, let's move on back into it.
Everybody doing good?
Welcome back to the podcast.
You doing
Anyway,
good?
where
I'm
were
good.
we?
Anyways, where were we?
Probably somewhere in Utah.
I don't know. Zane lost his train of thought, so we're moving on.
Let's have a little bit of fun.
Throw this bitch in a hot seat.
Oh, gosh.
Honestly, Addison, Hot Seat is like my least favorite game in the entire world.
And
I
why do we
hate when they
play
put me in
it?
I don't know, because we want to fuck around with Addison a little bit.
Hello. Okay.
Pick her brain a
I
little
just like
bit.
seeing how honest people get.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. You're like, honestly,
Under pressure.
no, it's so true because I feel like with Hot Seat, you can totally just lie about it,
Yeah.
but everyone gets super honest and you're like, okay. But like, everyone's like,
right.
Yeah.
That
It's
is,
like a
that is
respect
weird.
thing.
right?
huh?
You could literally just be like, oh, well, and then say something else. But everyone always is like, oh no, we're playing Hot Seat, so I have to actually say it. And you're
It's
like,
because
no, you don't.
people can't lie quickly. It's like they have to think about it and
Just
you already
wait
know,
for it.
like,
I
it's
got
just
you.
Or
one
you know
lie.
I got you. I
worse?
got you. I got you. I'm kidding.
Paranoia is worse.
It's literally the devil's game.
All of Stas's friends would play that shit. I'm like, yo, you
That's
guys,
where we
this
learned
is
it.
bad.
Yes.
Bad.
I learned it from y'all.
I learned it from. I'm not gonna.
Remember we
I don't
played
know.
it, y'all? Do y'all remember we played it that one night?
It
And it
was
got
like-
so awkward.
Yes.
It causes legitimate fights.
Yeah, 'cause
legitimate
remember
fights
there
where people
there
don't
were
talk.
people there that we didn't know, and
I
then people
know.
were like saying their names in them, and we were like, okay.
We have
Oh,
to.
hold on. Was this the one
Yes, the one
outside?
in the hot tub.
Oh my god, that was when I brought
Yes.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that really quick?
Yeah, sure.
it's funny.
Oh my god.
Zane brought. We were out by our backyard, and Zane brought over a Tinder date, and she came with a friend, and they were total strangers to us. And we played this game called Paranoia.
They were very
where you
nice,
Sit,
very
they're
sweet
very
girl.
sweet girls. Yeah, where you sit in a circle. It's horrible. Don't play it.
Baby, if you are confident in your skin, like,
No.
like if somebody was like, who's got the most fucked up hairline? And then they point
Yeah.
out,
No.
I'm like, baby, I know it. it.
Okay, let me explain the game. So you sit in a circle with friends and you whisper to the person next to you a question. Say it was, for example, like, who has the worst hairline here? You would whisper it to them. Then you would flip a coin. If it was heads, you have to admit what the question was. And if it's tails, you move on and nobody ever knows what it is.
But you point at the person.
Right,
who it is before you flip the coin.
You
so
ask
you're
the
like
question,
being
you point.
honest.
Right.
So-
But no,
But,
I
like-
do remember when we played it here, someone was like, who do you fake laugh at the most? And I think Zane pointed at me and I was like,
Yes.
hey, I'm actually offended.
Oh my God, she remembered.
Zane starts laughing right now.
I fake laugh the most, but I don't think you're allowed to point at yourself in that game, so I pointed at you.
No, who do you fake laugh at the most?
Oh.
And you said Addison.
So you said that I was not funny, pretty much.
Yikes.
Look,
I think I did that as
honestly.
a joke. I did it as
Also,
a
I
joke.
have to
I'm
be
not, like,
honest, I've
serious
gotten
in that.
funnier since then, so it's okay. I've gotten
She's
funnier
been taking
since.
improv lessons.
Yeah, from Jason.
Yeah, but continue the story. It's an awful fucking game, and nobody came up with a game. Jeff came up with that game to play.
Jeff, of
Jeff
all
came
people,
up with that
it's
game.
because
That makes
that
sense.
certain group of friends
He just
taught
likes
us how to
testing
play.
people, though.
Jeff-
He'll just like
Jeff-
try to get people riled up.
Yeah.
Jeff played that game with we played that with Sasha's friends, and it went horribly. I'm not going to talk about it, but it went horribly.
That's rough.
Fight
It's so
everything.
mean.
And then I think after that was the last time we played the game. And then Jeff was like, "Let's play this game," just because I think he just wanted.
He
to
loves
see
it. Yeah.
get sour.
Let's wind people
and
up.
as soon as he said that, I was just like, "Of course you're gonna do it right now with this girl
with
right
this
next to
girl.
me, because it's not gonna get pretty." And like the people playing.
Can I
it
say
just-
what that one question was?
Which one? Oh, the one that she got
Yeah.
pointed at. Oh yeah, sure. Go
And then she left right.
she left right.
She was so nice.
She was
and I was
so
like, Zane,
nice.
she's so pretty.
I
She's so
honestly-
nice. Like, I actually really like this girl.
I don't even remember who answered the question.
Somebody asked our friend, who is the biggest clout chaser here? And he pointed to Zane's girl.
It was.
And then it was heads.
Obviously, he did it. Like I think it was like he did it as a joke.
As a
because it was
joke
just
because no one knew her.
But
yeah.
the
Right,
girl
but that's-
did not like.
no, and it was really
of course
sad.
not.
I
It
would
was-
have felt so uncomfortable if that was me.
It
I
was
would
so
have been like,
fucking
okay,
She
awkward.
doesn't know anybody here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
And
was
that was
really
probably
sad.
like his easiest way out because it was the only person he didn't know here and didn't want to
Yeah.
like point at one of his friends.
Yeah.
So it was just like.
But
See,
what
it
I
puts
did
you
like
in a
about
really
her,
awkward position.
she kind of not snapped back, but she kind of like was giving juicy questions after that, and I was like, oh, she can
Yeah.
hang.
Yeah.
Like she was like kind of okay with it. She
Yeah.
she was like, oh, okay, all right, see how we're playing.
But she was really nice.
And I'm the type of
Yeah.
person when like it's like something it gets sour, I just cut it. I actually like I really enjoyed her, and I was gonna hit her up, but like I never did because of that game.
I
Yeah.
told you to
Cool.
hit her up because I actually liked her. I was
No,
like, she's
I
really
know,
fun.
I know you did. I did too, but I was just like that was so bad. I was just like, fuck, that's it.
Do not play.
Just story. She's gonna make a TikTok story time. We'll see.
Anyway,
we'll see,
so let's
we'll
play
see
hot
soon.
seat now and make everything worse.
Yeah.
But hot seat's a little different. It's basically we're gonna do a fast-paced round of questions.
Oh gosh.
And you have to answer truthfully. Who is your celebrity hall pass?
Celebrity hall pass?
Yours, like if you
Like Bryce would let you hook up with a celebrity. It's like your hall pass.
and it's not Bryce Hall.
No, I know. I honestly like. I feel like there isn't one for me. That sounds so lame, but there isn't because I don't really like have just a celebrity.
That's fucking
thing.
bullshit. You're not playing the game right. You're supposed to be truthful.
Ryan
supposed to be
Gosling.
honest.
I don't know.
Go on.
All right.
Fair enough.
Did you ever have a crush or liked David Dobrik?
Got him.
That's so funny.
Is that even on the list?
I feel like I didn't know that I had a crush on him, but I was like, oh my gosh, he's just so passionate about what he does. It's so cute.
I have
Like
one more
attractive.
question. Did you ever? You used to do those asterisk tweets. Was it ever about David
Oh
Dobrik?
my god, that's so funny. Yes, and I texted him about that.
Yes.
Wait, what is that
actually
even?
funny.
What is that asterisk tweet?
She did asterisk tweets. One of them was about David Dobrik, but I was right.
The fact that these are just questions y'all are actually wondering.
Yeah, these are not on the list, Zane.
I was
Are
gonna
you
say, I don't even know what is an asterisk
Well,
tweet.
how, you come up with questions on the spot.
Okay.
What's an asterisk tweet? What is that?
So she would post like tweets, but like they're all
I would
asterisks.
asterisk them so people had to like decode them.
You have to
Oh,
decode it.
nice.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, it was funny. No, I think like, but I don't think I never would have been like, oh my gosh, I'm just in love with him, or like I would date. I was never like that about it. I was like,
you're just
oh,
tweeting.
and I also just I like that's what I was gonna say. I don't have any celebrity like crushes because I'm not like, oh, this person's so hot and sexy. I like love passion. in people. So like when I noticed that he was passionate about like his vlogs and like watching him edit, then I was like, okay, like that's something I would like in
he's
someone.
fucking hot. Yeah, no, I saw the same
it's like something I would like in someone. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh,
It's
that's one
drive,
thing that I'm like,
motivation,
yeah,
like,
like that's attractive to me. So like, yeah, I thought that was attractive, but I was never like, oh my gosh, totally gonna come and like flirt. Like
Yeah.
it was never
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, we
Good girl.
definitely don't have drive, so it's like really hard for us to.
Have you ever kissed David Dobrik?
No,
Who are you closer with, your mom or your dad?
dad. But only because I'm more like him. I'm really close to my mom too, but my dad, like my mom thinks I'm close with my dad, so I'm just gonna say my dad.
All right.
Okay.
Did you bail Bryce out of
Did
jail?
you braille?
Did I bail Bryce out of jail? No.
I don't know about that story, so like that's.
I mean,
a
I can
surprise
say
to me.
yes. I mean, it.
So you did.
No, I didn't, but like I could have.
Oh, what's
Yeah.
your most used cursed word? Cursed word? Curse word.
Shit.
Shit.
Bleep. That would
Bleep.
have been a good answer. Damn it.
So you're like a good girl on the internet.
I'm a good girl
She's
always.
clean.
But I'm clean off the internet too. I just
Well,
feel
I
like
didn't mean it like you're just
I'm
like
just a horrible
you're-
person.
No, you're just like known
kidding.
as like you're like the cute little good girl like on TikTok.
So you think she's cute?
got him.
Got him.
But Heath in the hot seat.
So so what makes you attracted to a bad bleep like Bryce?
Ew.
I don't know. I feel like, well, that's another thing is like people just see Bryce for like that, you know, the bad things he does or like whatever the stuff he gets involved in. But like he is very passionate too, and that's what I love about. I did
That's
not
sweet,
just say
actually.
love.
Oh my god!
I did not just say that. No,
Right, don't
I
cut
do
that
love
out,
that
don't
about
cut
him. I do love that about him. I love his drive,
care about
and
him,
I
yeah.
love that he is passionate about making videos and like passionate about like almost like producing things in a way. I don't know. I love that in people, and like Bryce has that. So
What does he need to work on?
like work on as in change.
Yeah.
Probably just that the stuff he gets in the internet, like just being. I think for him, it's like. It's never really just, insane things like, this is absolutely horrible. But it's like, okay, come on, we could have done without that, you know?
Yeah.
So I think just thinking twice about things he needs to work on.
Impulse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Bryce likes being like the bad boy, so I think
The shock factor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like he sees that he gets like a reaction out of that, so I think
He's
it's
like,
just
cool.
become a part of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like any other character.
We're
any
working on
other,
it.
like-
We're working on it.
Ever
Yeah.
since his power got cut off, it was just
It was just, it was just lights out since then.
nice.
He started getting a power trip.
Very good.
Okay.
But I think it's important to like not, because I do see some influencers, they get that wrapped up with their brand. Like, oh, I'm messy. I'm a bad boy. I'm a this. I'm a that. But it like,
yeah.
okay,
Baby,
Zane.
you are not a bad
Bingo.
boy.
I'm messy. He said messy first, so I raised my
Zane,
hand
you're,
up.
you're not a bad boy. You're just a horrible man. There's a difference.
And since the lights are out, he doesn't really see how it's influencing other people.
Addison, keep on going.
I
Thank
hate
you.
The gears are
Thank you.
going.
Thank you. And I'm like,
She was
keep
waiting for
talking
that
so I can
one.
get a
Keep
second.
talking, let me think.
I'm like, wait,
So if a movie was going to be made about you, who would play you?
I would do best, so me.
She goes, I'm an
Oh.
actress now, so I think I could do it.
I don't think anybody could like portray
I could.
every exact emotion. I don't know. There are some good actresses, so maybe like Jennifer Aniston or something.
Oh, right answer. She loves her.
I love that.
I love Jennifer Aniston.
I love
I just
her.
think she's amazing at acting.
She's our
so
next
like I
guest.
want her in here. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up.
In like 2 weeks, yeah.
Are you being serious?
Yeah. You're right after her.
That's
Or
so
you're right
cool.
before her.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna cry, I wish.
Oh my god.
Mariah cries when she lies.
Addison, I'm surprised you didn't know that Mariah was acting there. I mean, you're supposed to be an actress.
No, like I genuinely believe that. But I was very shocked because I was like, "How the hell did you get Jennifer Aniston?"
Why?
don't
Why
think
would you
we're
be
good
so
enough.
shocked?
So, do you think we're
How
good
the
enough?
hell could you get her?
Next question. Do you think
No,
we're
I'm
successful?
saying
I
didn't
couldn't
think
get
she-
her on my podcast, and I tried.
I would have for sure tried. I haven't, but maybe.
I wonder
I
what
should.
she's like in person.
Probably.
She's probably the
amazing
best.
and perfect.
She's
and
probably
beautiful.
the best.
Oh.
As we've only seen her act and stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same thing we talked about with.
But
like,
you know she's a
influencers.
It's
good
true.
No,
fucking
watching
person.
her
You
in
could tell.
interviews, I don't know. I
You
just
could
like
tell.
her.
I don't know. She's cute. I like
She's
her
cute.
roles.
She reminds me of my mom. She's like, I don't know, it makes me feel warm.
Yeah.
You think Jennifer Aniston is the hottest woman in the world?
I said that?
You've told me that multiple times.
I've never said that. I don't know. Pull it up. Pull up the receipts. I don't think I've ever
It's
said
okay.
that.
The known thing is like most guys want somebody that is like their mother.
Heath does a lot of things that I'm like, that is my father. It's really weird.
No, you want to know what it is? Is because you grow up looking at love from your parents or like maybe even the absence of it, and that's what you base your perception of love and like what you think a partner is.
That's exactly what it is.
Very
Yeah.
So then you're like, oh my gosh, that reminds me exactly. Well, obviously, because you were like, you've been conditioned in your brain to think that that's how a husband was supposed to be.
Yeah. Isn't that so interesting?
And that's deep.
Ugh, I wish
That's
my
why
mom
I
had
think
a
Jennifer
dick.
Aniston's hot.
Own it, babe. Own it. Own it. That's all right.
I can't wait for her next week.
That was hard to say, huh?
In 2 weeks.
I wanna talk about your parents real quick.
Okay.
How do you feel about them being on the internet with you? And like, how did that even start? Like, obviously you had your success. Did they kind of get roped into it from you posting them, or were they like, oh, let's make a video together? Or how did all this start?
Yeah, they clout chased me the same way Jason clout chased
Damn.
me. No, I'm kidding. No. One of my first viral videos with my mom.
Right?
I
that
saw
kinda
that. I
started
remember
it.
that video.
Yeah, it kind of like started it with I started with my mom, and then I kept posting with her. That was kind of just because I was like, oh, this video did good. Like, let me keep posting with my mom. Hello.
Yeah.
Was that the one that Mariah Carey?
No,
liked?
it was before that. It was like us being like, they gonna hate me regardless. That's what I do.
What I do.
See me in person, I'm flawless. It was like that. And then we did the Mariah Carey one, and that one did good too. And Mariah Carey liked it, and that was like a huge deal.
That's
For
so
me.
sick.
Wow.
So I was like, ah. But no, I always posted with my mom, so that she was kind of just always in it. And then I made her make an account.
Oh, you
in,
did?
like,
You're the
August.
reason she made an account?
Yeah, in August she made an account and she posted one video on it, and that's the only video she had on there for like 5 months, and it like
It
blew
makes
up.
sense.
Oh,
You get,
wow.
like, especially when things are
Yeah.
happening quick, you get excited. You're like, yo, everybody post.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
just do this
And then
together. Yeah.
and it kind of just came naturally with everyone else. I mean, no one ever was like, "Let me be in this." Like, it was like me being like, "Oh my gosh, come be in this." Like, let's do this
I know
together.
like your parents are pretty young, but were they confused? Like, my parents don't get it. They
Yeah.
like literally don't understand it, but they're like, okay,
Yeah.
it's working. Like, that's your job. Like, that's fine. But like, I could never make my mom an account. She would not know what to do.
My
Oh,
parents
no, they
do.
definitely
like, I
didn't
feel
get
like all of
anything.
our parents just still don't understand
Right. They
what
would
we do.
be,
But it
they're just
wasn't-
like, that's your thing. They have no comprehension of like what it
Yeah.
is and
Yeah.
how it works.
It wasn't my parents were never necessarily like a, oh, what? We have no idea what's going on at all. What is social media? It was more like, we don't know how to work TikTok because like we have Instagram. Like
Yeah.
my mom knew what Instagram was,
But
she
they
had to work that.
adapted to it. Like,
But yeah,
fine.
they got it
That's
because
so
I was just doing
crazy.
it so often, so it was kind of like came natural for them. I mean, they still ask me to this day, like, so how do I like if I want to do the sound, but also a filter? And I'm like, okay.
What,
I mean, I help them, but
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
What did they think when they started getting like brand deals and like money off of TikTok? Like, how did they take it? Like, what was their...
Honestly, like there was no reaction there. Not because they're like, yep, we expected it. It's more of like, oh, I guess this is our life now. Okay.
Like, this
let's
is
just
the
go
new
with it.
wave. Yeah.
And that's kind of just like how I think I've always lived life, and why I've always been so happy is because I'm just like living in every moment. Like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening, because I feel like that puts your expectations somewhere crazy, and then if it gets let down, it's like a big
Yeah.
difference.
Right.
So like my parents, I think, have taught me that, like, just to be like present, you
Yeah.
know, and never like question things or be like, oh my gosh, what's going on, or like, I can't believe this is a thing. Just be like, okay, this is my life. Let's adapt to it. Let's change, and let's keep going
Yeah.
and like see where it takes us.
You weren't here for that long before your parents moved out here, too, right?
No, I was here for a month.
It was just a
Wow.
month.
Yep, and then I was like, I
Oh,
need
your
them.
parents moved out here like with you after like that
Yeah, so I
time
moved
frame?
here in December by myself, and then I was here for a month, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I need people that I'm comfortable with. And then
And
I asked
were they
them to move.
doing TikTok and like just social media full time at that point, or
No.
they just like moved out here to support you?
Mhm.
And
Yeah, they didn't.
that's amazing.
My mom had an account, and my dad, I don't think he had an account yet.
They left their jobs, or like how
My
did that
dad,
work?
yeah, he did. But my mom she's been a stay-at-home mom for a while, because my brothers are like young. I have a 7-year-old
Yeah.
brother and a 13-year-old
I was gonna
brother.
ask, what do Enzo and Lucas think? Like, are they just like, because they're so young, so I feel like it could either be like them being like, this is our, like, we're growing up like this is all we know, or like, especially like Lucas, because he's so little.
I was watching-
but Enzo's like booking jobs, like he's like acting too, like that's
It's so
insane.
crazy. Yeah, it's so funny. I mean, they live the same way. I think my parents just did a good job of raising us to be like, be grateful for what we have, and let's just like live in it.
Yeah,
Like, be
that's
so
how
thankful.
it should be.
Yeah. Instead of like being too like, I can't believe that, like all the time. Like, you should always just be humble and grateful, you know?
Yeah.
And that's kind
Yeah.
of what they've like drilled into
Your
our
brothers are
heads.
definitely that. They're so cute and like
Yeah.
quiet.
They're like very respectful too. I feel
Yeah.
like, and that's another part of it. It's not even me being like it's not that I'm like, oh, I never fangirl because this is my life. Like, it's not like that. It's more like, be respectful of other people. And I think Enzo and Lucas have learned that at a young age. Like, okay, be respectful. Like, yes, I'm freaking out because that is my favorite gamer, you know,
Yeah.
but I'm going to be respectful of the fact that they're here, and like, this is,
That's
where
good.
I
They're, like
am.
getting it like young, and like they're so like aware
Yeah.
at that age.
And I think I've always been really mature for my age, and Enzo and Lucas are kind of growing up that same way, just being able to be more understanding for things and like
Yeah.
aware.
That's good.
And so
But it's okay. It's okay to be kids too.
I agree. No, and they are
Yeah.
100%. I think they just know. They know like boundaries too, you know, like when it's
Right.
too much. But they definitely have their fangirl moments now.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Is Enzo named after Ferrari?
He's not named after Ferrari, but like I think that
Before
was a thought
Ferrari.
about it. Like, oh my gosh, that's funny. It's the Ferrari. I don't know. You know what? Maybe. I don't know.
Enzo.
Enzo.
He created Ferrari.
Enzo Ferrari is his
Got
full
it.
name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
know
don't know.
either. I was
and
just, it was out
that's
of
what
my
he
depth.
wants his first car to be. I'm like, I got you.
That's so sick.
I told him that today. We did the live stream together, and
Yeah.
I was like, he was like, "What's 3 things you want?" We were not even together. We were on like live stream, like it was literally like a Zoom almost. But he was like, "What are 3 things you want to do before you're 30?" And I was like, "Go to the Met Gala, go to the Cannes Film Festival, and buy you a car." And he was like,
That's
"Wait,
cute.
really?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "That's so nice." And I was like,
Oh, you're still on the hot seat, right?
Oh yeah,
is that seat
Your
still
ass has
hot?
been in
Yeah,
that
we
hot
never
seat for
ended.
It's
25
warm now.
fucking
It's
minutes.
warm.
"It is warm."
It's warm.
It's warm now.
What's the last book you read?
Like fully through.
Yeah.
The Bible.
The last book I fully read or like just glanced at.
Fully
Like,
read.
fully
Okay,
completed.
probably is this book called Beneath a Meth Moon, and it was like it was for AR points.
What's
So that just goes to show you how long
What's
that
AR
was.
points?
AR points is like you had to read them for school.
Oh.
Alright.
Would you
It's been a
recommend it?
minute.
It was good?
It was good.
Oh, hold on. You actually like read the books?
I only did that one.
Oh.
I
That's
remember
the
my.
only book
normally
you've
just
ever
like I just said I read it. I never read
It's
it.
all right.
Oh no, no,
Yeah,
I read
I don't
Hamlet.
like books
Oh my
either.
gosh,
It's okay.
no, take it back. Hamlet was the last book I read, and it was it's a play, but it's really, really good.
We had to do that when you had to do it in school.
Mhm. And Romeo and
Yeah.
Juliet, I forget about these in English class. We actually
all read
we
the
had to go
same
home and read them, and I
ones.
actually read those. Yeah, and they were really
I
good.
didn't. I couldn't get
They were
through
so
them because
good.
I didn't know what was going on.
I just
No,
didn't know how to read.
literally,
If you
I told
did-
Heath this. I swear on my life, the last book I read fully through was Series of Unfortunate Events.
Yo, what the fuck? I was about to say the same
Really?
thing. Yeah.
In literally like 7th grade.
Was that a mandatory
Fully
read?
No, that was the first and last time I grabbed a book from the library willingly, opened it up, read cover to cover, put it, not the full series, just the first book.
Right.
And I really liked it. But all the ones that we had to read in school, I never
That was
actually
fun.
like
Never
read.
do that again.
Like,
Mariah, are you being dead ass serious right now?
no, I just read your mind.
those are the only books I've ever went to the library and picked up
Yeah.
for me to read. That was
Isn't that
only
weird?
books.
Weird.
They're good.
That's
Why?
so weird. That's why
Why?
I just screamed. Like I don't know if you caught that, but I literally
Yeah.
I've never screamed like that
Isn't
on
that
any
crazy?
episode. Yeah.
Like, why?
What the fuck,
I
Mariah?
can't. I don't have the attention span to sit there. Like, I'm not a classroom person at
Yeah.
all. At all. I can't sit there. Me reading is the same line over and over again, and I'm thinking of other things. I can't get
I
through
feel
it. I
that.
can't.
But I did read those plays in English because I had a really good English teacher my
that's
senior
why.
year, and so I read those plays, and they were
They were
really
good?
good.
I always just Cliff Notes. I could not read a book to
Spark
save my life
Notes?
when I was younger.
Spark notes.
Yeah, Spark
Is
Notes.
Cliff Notes the one where you just go and just find all the answers?
It just gives you like
It's a
all the
summary, right?
fucking-
It's a summary, yeah. Just
Spark
little-
Notes was good.
Spark notes
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah,
I used
Spark Notes was after Cliff Notes.
Spark Notes was
wonder-
the website version of Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Cliff Notes was like a little pamphlet that you could like pick up that had like
Yes.
a summary of the book, but
Oh!
Spark Notes
you
was like
still
the
had to
website.
read, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
wasn't
You still
like-
had to
I
read.
couldn't even
It
read
was-
the Cliff Notes.
I wonder what it's like now because like we knew what we had back then, but like
Yeah.
how easy is it? Easy or is it just that much harder to find? Shit?
All you got, I'm sure you can find like a YouTuber breaking shit down.
Oh
Like,
my god, yeah.
Oh, that's
Audible.
so
It's
true.
probably all Audible.
oh, true.
Audible Cliff Notes.
But you think it's like really easy now to find answers to any questions
Yeah.
that like just
What are
like
you?
homework
not-
wise?
Yes. Hell yeah.
Fuck, I'm just jealous. I just wish we had like I wish we could.
Baby, we didn't do shit back then either. We cheated our way through everything.
I mean I tried cheating. I feel like it was still hard to cheat back then.
But more importantly, what's your favorite bird?
A hummingbird.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
We have a
we
lot of those
them.
around here.
I love those.
All right, that ends hot seat.
I'm curious. Before we continue with these topics, is there anything like you want to talk about?
You can ask us any hot
Put
seat
us in the hot
questions. We
seat.
kind of put you on the spot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Oh my god, do y'all want to know something funny?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to think that David paid y'all to hang out with him.
Did you
my
actually?
Seriously,
God.
in full seriousness.
genuinely?
The first person that I asked was Corinna.
She told you yes, that bitch.
No, she said no. She was like, I was like, how much, like do y'all get like paid? Like, is that because like it's y'all's job pretty much when you're in his vlogs, you know?
interesting.
Yeah.
That's like your job.
Okay. So you worded that wrong. You thought he paid us to be in his videos.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that true?
No.
Never.
Never. I mean, I got a Lamborghini out of it.
It started all of our careers. Like we had very minor, like compared to what we have now, we had very minor careers of how we started, like in Vine and whatever. But once David bought that camera and started vlogging, all of our careers boost by like 5 times.
Yeah.
It was insane. So we felt like
No, she said
thing
that
is,
to me.
we were-
she said it was more of like a
We were excited
like
to film
you
with
help
him.
each other.
Yeah.
Like that was how it was.
And it was so much fun. And like we sure, we were getting followers out of it, but like it was David's project. It was David's vision. And we were all just so excited to help him out because like he was a very driven and very motivated, and like it excited us to see how excited he was about.
Aw.
It made
See,
making his
passion is so
videos.
good.
It
Like
made
seeing
us
someone
feel like
like
we were on a show.
And
Right?
true and genuine friendships.
Yeah.
It helps so much.
I
yeah.
agree.
And seeing how excited people got to like watch all of us in his videos, and like how much they loved it and how funny they thought we are. It just money didn't even matter. We like because we were on David's videos for a year without like making our own channels or nothing.
Yeah.
It was just so exciting just to see.
No, like
this
it's so cool.
happen.
And I
Yeah.
was gonna say that too. Like I used to. I'm being completely honest here. Before I came to LA, I didn't really watch David ever. Like, which is like shocking, right? Because like a lot of people actually do. Like a lot of people know who David is.
To me, like I feel like most people like that start internet videos, I feel like they don't know really who anybody is until they.
Well, but like a lot of college kids would know. Like
College was a huge
Oh.
demographic for
And
him,
so
yeah.
I feel like I didn't ever know David, but it wasn't. I just didn't watch that much of like YouTube stuff. But and then so I thought that, but then I also was like I did start watching once I like met David. Then I watched his videos because I was like, oh my gosh, I need to see like I need to see more. Like what is this about? Like what is hanging out with David? Because like obviously he always had his camera, and I was like, I want to see what that looks like. The in project, yeah. And I was like, oh my gosh, I like thought you guys like played characters almost, but like it's so funny because like I'm like obviously close with you guys now. You know, like we don't hang out every single day. Like we used to hang out a lot more, but like when we were, I got super close to you guys, so I know y'all all very well. And so like now I'm like, oh my gosh, that's literally who they are. Like it's the best that like you have those memories to look back on all the time now.
Yeah.
Like oh my gosh, I did that. That's so crazy. That's just who I am. You know.
Right.
And like that's the coolest part about being you guys in like those kind of videos is like that's literally your life that you're living, and it's like your personality, and everything is a you. You know.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
like genuine.
But also like heightened. Like there's obviously stuff that we know
clearly,
makes for funnier content.
no, I agree. Yeah.
But it's us just having fun.
Exactly.
Like at the end of the day, it's just fun.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I love.
Like right now, we don't look like I really don't watch any of those videos now, but I know in like 10 years, I'm gonna like just click on one video, probably the first one.
You're gonna cry.
And just watch all of them, and I'm just gonna like it's gonna be crazy. It's
You're gonna cry
Absolutely.
for
Yeah.
sure.
To
It's like a
see.
home video.
Yeah.
It is.
It's really, really cool.
But it's like
Edited
a home
really
video,
nicely.
a home video that's like edited perfectly.
yeah.
You're not watching all the awkwardness,
And
all
it's-
the weird.
No,
Yeah,
it's like
it's
the,
even
it's
more
the best
emotional.
parts about your life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's even more emotional because you care about these people so much. Like
Yeah.
they're not just like cast members. Like it's like real friends. And like I feel like what's really cool and helps you guys with your careers is that somebody from the friend group will give you a call and be like, hey, can we film this with you? Yeah, they're in a heartbeat.
Exactly.
Especially with
Yeah.
David. Like he's very like, yeah, of course, come over. Like
No,
so
it's the
quick.
best. It's
Yeah.
so good.
It's
I like
so
always,
like healthy.
Y'all don't even know how like genuinely happy I was that I was like around you guys so much. This is turning like so emotional. I'm like turn the camera off now. No, but seriously, like I feel like I never have told you guys that, but like just because like after like seeing how close you guys actually were, because like I said, I thought it was like characters, and then like when I realized that that's who you guys were, and then that you guys were like wanting me to be around y'all, I was like, okay, that's so sweet, because like I get it, I have followers, but like also you guys like hang out with me outside of that, you know?
Yeah.
Like y'all especially were never like, oh my god, we're only inviting her over for this and this and this. Like it would always be like things outside of like, because of course you want to film with your friends that are like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, like it's
Right.
cool, like I'm with this person now and hanging out with this
Right.
person. But like at the same time, it was like you always made like every one of
Yeah.
y'all made sure to always like invite me to things.
Yeah, because
And like I never felt that outside. Zane, are you crying?
Oh no! I was rubbing my eye.
No,
I was
but like
rubbing my eye.
y'all actually like are the first like group of people that I met in LA that like made me feel like welcome, like as a genuine friend, not just like
Oh, good.
internet stuff.
Thank you. We try to keep it like as normal as possible, especially
Yeah.
like when it comes to just.
But
what
like
we
you
do
guys
and
would
how we
invite
run.
me when there was no cameras. Like even when I went with Natalie and like them to like Las Vegas, like it was like Natalie, Todd, you like none of you guys came, but it was like that. Like Natalie was like, "Hey, we want to go to Vegas. Like come," and I was like, Oh my
Okay.
gosh, like what?
Yeah.
And she was like, there's gonna be no cameras, like absolutely none. And we didn't even take any pictures that trip, which just kind of sucks because like, I'm like, oh, I want to look back
Right.
on it. But like at the same time, it was like just because she genuinely was like, yeah, let's like come hang out with us. Like we think you're cool, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we love you. I don't know. It's really sweet.
Good.
I just love you guys.
Yeah,
and
there's
like
all-
all the times we have had, even here or at Zane's house. Like think
Yeah.
about all the memories actually we've had.
I know.
Like I'm
Just
like,
sitting on the couch. Like, they're so fun.
Or on the floor.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, we think you're really sweet. You're a really cool girl. Like I feel like the internet doesn't like get to you too much. Like when we hang out, and it's like you're a real
Well, and
person.
also people on the internet don't see like a lot of parts of me,
Yeah.
which like sucks. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, not even, I'm not just like, oh, it's because I like don't show them. It's just because like people don't see it in a 15-second TikTok or like they
Right.
don't see it in
Yeah.
a 10-minute YouTube
And they
video.
see that 15-second TikTok and they think they know everything.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's no one's business to know all about you. Like I don't need to know everything about you. He doesn't and everybody on the internet definitely doesn't need to know
Yeah.
everything about you. It's like
No, totally. But you guys see more of my personality than most people do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And we love it.
I'm curious, did you
right.
ever see like, because I'm wondering, seeing that community of people, and there's so many houses nowadays, does that life like appeal to you at all? Or do you think that like the whole house thing is something for the cameras and it's not maybe the most genuine?
I think it
thing?
always starts off for the cameras.
Yeah.
It always starts off that way. Unless like, except for like you guys, it kind of happened. Because I thought that too. I was like, oh, or is that like the designated, like you're the vlog squad? Like, oh, let's make a vlog squad, guys. Like, no, it happened. Because I remember asking David about that. Because I
Right.
was like, I have a question. Like, let me be real for a second. Like, was it like planned? Because like that's how I thought it was because of the hype house thing. You know, like not that the hype house was just like all artificial, but we didn't even know each other. You know, we were like, oh, let's
Yeah.
all like hang out and like be called this. It wasn't like, oh, we're all friends. Like, let's keep going with it. I
Yeah.
guess, you know, that we're a group.
It's so weird
Right, it
hearing
was
the
just
story
like-
of when you guys first met David and he was looking
Yeah.
up to you guys like he was going to his mom like, Mom, I hung out with like these Viners and like he was like freaking out about it. Remember?
Yeah, it was like just us hanging out as like Viners together, and then after like we all became friends, we got a house together, and then David just started filming like.
But
over
what's
at our
crazy
house.
about like when we all lived together, we didn't live together because we're like we're gonna make content that not one. I feel like I'm gonna be dead ass honest.
At the Denny
not,
house.
Not
Yeah.
1% was like we're gonna make content together. We
It was like, we love
lived
you hanging out together,
because
yeah.
we genuinely like being with
Yeah,
each other.
we were just like
whether the
friends
cam-
doing the same thing.
Yeah.
That's
It was
so
just like-
cool.
If
I
none of us
love
had to
that.
post another Vine for the rest of our lives, we would have been in the same house forever.
I remember we had
And, like,
no
that, like-
idea what we were doing, and we just
Yeah.
like moved into this house. Like a couple months into it, we were all like sitting in the hot tub, and we were like, we should do like a hot tub series, and like that was like our first idea of like making like content
That's
together.
so
Like,
funny.
we
I'm
should
stealing
make, like,
that.
A
We
hot
did-
tub
we
video.
did
I'm
one
literally
video.
gonna do that.
I don't know you as well as everyone else, obviously, but like I've met you and hung out with you a couple times, and like just upon first impressions, like you don't have your head in the clouds like about the whole fame thing. Like I feel like you're very realistic about it all. Like you know that at any given moment this bubble could just
Oh, I
pop,
know, yeah.
and you have plans like for that to happen if it
Anchor woman.
happens. Yeah, like if and when it happens, it's like it's admirable. I feel like to have that at your age, like to know that. Because I feel like so many people would just be like, oh my God, like how long can I ride this wave? But you're like, it could literally end tomorrow and I
Exactly.
will be okay if it does, you know?
Totally.
Like I think that's like really,
Yeah.
like
I think
admirable.
I've gotten to a really strong place mentally as far as like as far as this, you know, like my career and like things that I know I'm gonna do. Like I guess like financially as well. Like I'm not being careless with my money because I'm like like I said, this could end any moment. Why would
Yeah.
I be spending all this money on these cool things? It's like no, like work hard now and like get my business done and do what I want to do, and then you know later on I'll be able to.
Disappear to the Bahamas. I feel like I
Yeah,
remember
I
you
would
saying
totally.
That,
I think like what? Yeah, I think not disappear. I feel like I'm always gonna want to be like posting and stuff because I love it and I love like making content. So I'll always want to be doing that, of course. But I definitely would want to like live on a beach and like be able to have my like private time.
We're all definitely gonna be posting more once we have kids and shit.
Oh, we're
It's-
all
It's gonna be
if
a
we're
whole
not
nother
posting
era.
now, we're gonna be posting because everybody loves filming their kids. Like
Yeah.
everything they do,
because they do
you just-
funny stuff. They're
Yeah.
hilarious.
They're funny-
Especially
than
like
you.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be so interesting because people are gonna want to see a miniature version of you.
Yeah.
That's going to be insane.
Because
Like
I
I
want
can't
to
wrap my
see
head around
miniature
that.
versions of all of you guys for sure, 100%.
Me. My poor kids. Oh my
Walking around with a
god.
bun.
They're gonna be so confused. My alter ego, my Staten Island mom, they're gonna be like, who like which one are you? They're not gonna know.
That's gonna be so
My
crazy.
poor kids. So sorry, Bob.
Life is crazy and great.
yeah.
I feel like we're all so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all smiling. The entire podcast.
Life is fun
Addison,
sometimes.
There's
I'm
a
just
cue
drunk.
card in the corner. Smile now.
But it's good. I feel like that's kind of your like how you go into everything is that you're like, as long as I enjoy doing it,
Yeah.
even if it's stressful, like it's fine. I enjoy doing it. But like when it stops being fun, peace out. Like
I
that's
just
fine.
want good energy around me all the time, you know. And if there's
Yeah,
not
you have
that,
a really
then
good
I usually
attitude. That helps a lot. I feel
don't.
like.
Thank you.
Attitude Rae.
That's me.
New merch.
And having a good
Stop with the
attitude.
new
Like,
merch.
and having good
Speaking of
attitude-
merch, Zane is wearing my merch.
Hey,
Shopify.com. Hey y'all.
fanjoy.co/Addison Rae.
Yep. Pick it up.
Did I get it right? Oh, perfect.
Or you can do
nice.
shopaddisonrae.com. Either one.
Oh, shopaddisonrae.com. Either one.
Yeah, is there anything else you want to plug before we close this out?
No, I think I'm good.
You sure?
My
She goes-
TikTok.
She goes, I have a team for that.
Don't you have a makeup brand? Come on, Addison.
Yes, we
I
talked
plug
about
it every month.
Item Beauty.
Hello, I'm an ambassador.
You plugged it.
I did say Item Beauty earlier.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Perfect.
include that, Mariah.
Just keep
I
an
will.
eye out.
So make sure to check out her makeup brand Item Beauty, her merch, her podcast with her
Podcast,
mom,
my movie.
Mama Knows Best, and her movie that's coming out.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today's episode. Make sure to check out the audio every single Monday on Spotify, Apple, or any other podcast platform. You can check out the video on youtube.com/Zane and Heath.
Do we have anything to plug in?
Baby, we got that new merch that we just dropped. You can check that out at zaneandheathunfiltered.com. It is a cozy sweater with our Unfiltered logo across the chest. It's really
Where's
nice.
mine?
Oh,
Oh, we have one for you. We got one for you if you
Yay,
want.
thank you.
We'll give you right after. Anything else? You guys want to plug in your stuff? What do you got to plug in? Mariah has a TikTok
I
account.
need to plug in my phone. It's it's dying.
Oh, my first voiceover gig. Is
this is so sick.
Kenny has his, like, it's really actually really cool.
Kenny
has
has it's really
something.
cool.
Kenny, tell him what you
I didn't
did
want to
because
say
I don't
because I
know.
wanted him to say it, so I stopped myself. Go,
So
Kenny.
yeah, my first voiceover gig is it's The Oyster. It's a podcast. Should be available on all podcast platforms. It's a sci-fi podcast. If anyone's into sci-fi, check it out. I think episode 3 is out. It's up to episode 3. So
And he's
Oh my
working with like actually really incredible fucking actors.
it's a
Yeah.
really great cast.
It's a great cast.
Congratulations.
Thank
That's so
you.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
He's working side by side with Andrew Santino,
Yeah,
which is
Santino.
really cool.
Yeah, we got
Who's
Keith
it?
David in there, Carla Gugino,
Yeah,
Giancarlo
I love her.
Esposito, who's in The Mandalorian.
Oh my
It's a cool cast.
gosh.
Yeah, it's
That's
sick.
amazing.
I
Congrats,
love,
Kenny.
I
That's
love
so
the
dope.
article that it came out. It was all these movies with all these actors, and then the last
Kenny
thing was,
Allen from Zane and Heath Unfiltered. That's so
honestly,
sick.
it felt really good seeing that. I was like,
know.
oh my god,
I
that's
immediately
so
had to
cool.
send it to you guys. I
That's
was like,
so
Oh,
cool.
it was really cool.
That's so
Don't
amazing.
ask me, but I see you looking at me.
So make sure to
What
check
are you
that
gonna
out.
plug? I cannot follow that up. Big things coming, guys.
Something. I gotta think about it tonight.
I can't talk about it.
I signed too many
Big things
NDAs
are
for this. It's gonna top secret.
All right, guys. Thank you again for watching. We love you. And Addison, thank you so much for joining
Thank
us.
you guys for having me.
We love you.
It's been really
Love
fun.
you
Hey,
guys.
we love you. You
I
was
mean it.
kind, you was
Lilas.
smart, and you was important.
So is you.